We're going to look at adding fog, mist, smoke to an image using the assets that became available with Affinity Photo 1.9. When you install 1.9, it gives you an option to install these overlays supplied free of charge, and I've found them a great asset. They're really good. So if I just close that, so after you've installed what you need to do and added those assets to your account, you can simply come into View, Studio, Assets. If it's not ticked, tick it, and it will show this dialog. It may appear in amongst the other dialogues, but hopefully it will just come out straight in front of you. Now what you've got with these overlays by Paper Farm, you've got fog, snow, rain, falling snow and rainbows. Now they're all great, but I'm going to concentrate on the fog ones for this video and how you can use that for fog and mist and smoke and breath. So we'll actually select the fog, and we've got these various versions here. So we've got billowing, fog band, foreground, plume, etc. So you can basically have a play, and the way you use them is for this image here, I'm going to pick a foreground, and I just click on it and drag it onto the photo. And once you've got it there, what you want to do is position and resize it to suit. So I can just drag that out, and it's just a straight ground fog there. If you don't like that, just hit the delete key and pick a different version. Let's say this one here, which is light leak. Now it's coming from the right to the left, but this image is more the light coming more from the left side. So I can just click on the layer, come to transform and flip horizontally, and then flip it over, and I can position that and drag it out to suit and just reposition until I get the effect that I want. So that's great. Once it's there, because it's just another layer, I can change the opacity. So I can just drag that down if the effect's too much, and just bring it up until it suits my particular image. Because it's a layer, I can also add a mask to it if I wish. Add a mask, pick a paintbrush, pick black, and I can use this to just take out or reduce the area in certain areas. So I can just bring that round and take it out of the immediate foreground there if I wish. So it gives you a lot of ability on your photo. Let's move on to the next example. So again, what I want to do is I'll add this one here, which is morning mist, and just drag that on. Now if I zoom out, it's quite large for this particular image, and it's got a little sunspot on it. So if I bring that in, and again in this particular instance I want to flip it, so let's flip it over. Now I can drag it so that the sun type shape isn't in the image completely, and then I can reduce the opacity to suit. So I can just bring that down a little bit, and it just gives that extra bit of colour and perspective to your photo. We're going to look at this one. In this case I'm not really looking for fog, but I'm going to use a fog band, and I'm just going to spin this around a little bit just to match up with the lines there. Drag it out, drag it past the edge of the photos, and it just gives a little bit more interest to the photo here. Just make it a little bit wider and then reposition. If we just come in there, it just gives it a sort of wet, misty form to this motorcycle. You know, again, the opacity, I can reduce that and just bring it up to the level I want. There we go. That's another use for the fog. And the final one I'm going to look at is this guy here. I've already done it. I've added a little bit of mist to as a breath. So let's just delete that. So that one was plume 4. There are different versions of plume. I'm just going to grab it and bring it onto the photo. Obviously it's way too big, so I'll reduce that. Bring it over. There we go. And again, I want to rotate it. Just grab the handle, just move slightly off the handle, and you'll get a rotation. And I think this end would be better. So let's just rotate until we've got it in position. Then reduce the size, reposition. And then of course what I might want to do is add a mask, pick my paintbrush, pick black. I'll just reduce the size of the brush and basically just hide any that might be on the actual face here. There we go. Now we've got a cold morning, so it's a little bit bright. So what I might want to do is just change the vibrance maybe a little bit and just desaturate, just make it more of a winter morning. There we go. Just bring it in line with what's now looking more like a cold morning. Okay, so that's just a few uses of these overlays. Please give them a go. Great little item to have to Affinity. Thank you.